The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. For the best in below-the-waist grooming, visit manscaped.com. Use promo code NNF for 20% off. That is manscaped.com.
Whenever Emily is about to do some weird, trendy thing, like in the kitchen or, cooking and stuff like that, she goes, I saw this on TikTok,
I thought
right?
we were going in a completely different direction.
No, totally not.
Okay.
So what you can say is, she questions the oily shower. You say, I saw on TikTok, to be extra moisturized, you have to moisturize before and after the shower.
Oh.
I saw it on TikTok.
I say that all the time.
See?
Yeah, it's true.
It's a thing. I saw it on TikTok.
I read it on Facebook. I saw it on TikTok, so it must be true.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, any suggestions? I would say,
you
guys relate, but you guys just rub the KY jelly all over yourself. So what do you do to
I've never taken a shower by myself in 5 years. So, I don't have to worry about that. If I was going to do that, he'd see it. So, it'd be fine. I was going to say, just throw a towel down, wipe it up. It can't get everywhere, right? There can't be.
It's just really slippery right now. It's
Scott doesn't know how to clean. That's the problem. Like a towel for
Did you call
I
your
guess if it's all over him, it's all over the walls, it's everywhere.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios. It's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. The good, the bad, and the funny.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
That's right. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number 1 by our friends and family. We are the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. If you'd like to connect with us on all of our social media, they're right there. All of our links are on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise and become a Clubhouse member, a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon. For as low as $2 a month, you can watch us record these entire episodes as we record them live. You can do our game nights and all sorts of really cool stuff. Also, we stream these episodes, segment 1 and all of After Dark live on Twitch Wednesday night. So make sure you follow us on Twitch. That's NNF Podcast on Twitch. So you can watch part of the episodes live. My name is Scott. I am the host. With me, my amazing, talented co-host, the queen of the Goonies, Mary. Everybody's favorite food truck critic, Sarah.
Hello.
Our producer, Alex.
Howdy, partners.
And the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
Where are you? You're in the clouds, and we are in the basement.
Goonies.
Of course. I was going to do the hey you guys, but I did that already. So I just found the first quote from the movie. Is that a good quote from the movie? I don't know. Never saw it.
I don't even remember that quote.
It's not one of the greatest quotes.
According to Screen Rant, it's one of the top 15 quotes from the movie, Scott.
I would say it's number 15.
It's 14.
Okay.
Because 15 was, these are the rejects.
I feel like that should be higher.
The best quote was, up there, it's their time. Down here, it's our time. Our time down here. That's the best quote in the entire movie.
That sounds like a horrible movie.
It's a fantastic movie. They are trying to save their neighborhood from the greedy business owners who are trying to put a golf course in the Goondocks and displace this gang of misfit kids. And so they go on a treasure hunt to get money to save the neighborhood. And then they
very
run
unrealistic.
Into the Fratellis. It's very realistic. What are you talking about? Anyway, check it out, Chris, and then you can tell me if it's good or bad. But your quote and Mary's face reminded me, or it made me think. Right now the Powerball, as we speak, is up to $1 billion. That's billion with a B dollars. So real quick, what would you guys do with $1 billion? Sarah, you probably already have $1 billion in pennies collected, but if you were gifted $1 billion from the Powerball Association of America, what would you do?
Oh my gosh, this is going to be an awful response. I would buy a house. I would pay off all of my, debt, whatever that may be, cars and whatnot. And then I would probably just save the rest.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm super realistic. I can't think of what I would get.
Would you continue working?
Probably, because I enjoy working. I would travel a lot, though. I would travel a lot, for sure.
Okay. Mary, what about you? $1 billion.
So I'd pay off my student loans.
Well, let's be honest. It'd be gone in corgi coins in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say that. And then whatever I have left over, I'll spend on my medications. And then maybe I'll have enough for a Diet Coke. That's probably what I would do. But really, I don't know. I've always wanted to like open up a nonprofit. Maybe I'd use some for that.
Okay. What type of nonprofit?
Just like community health resources, like serving underserved communities, lower socioeconomic areas, things like that.
Okay, nerd.
Especially for like maternal health. I'm not a nerd. Listen, the maternal and fetal mortality rate is disgusting in the United States. So
you used a lot of big words there.
Yeah, I totally blacked out. No idea.
Other than that, I'd probably...
You lost me at nonprofit. You also lost Sarah.
Okay, I'd probably have 12 corgis like the Queen.
Yes, you would have 12 corgis like the Queen. Yes, I would agree with you there. Chris, $1 billion, gun to your head. What are you doing with it?
Going to Atlantic City and putting it on black.
Yes.
The only thing better than $1 billion is $2 billion, Scott. No, I think mostly like any other person, when you ask, it's kind of a cliche answer, but buy a private island, start a cult, like nothing really out of the ordinary for me.
It sounds like a great time.
Let me tell you something. If I won $1 billion, I would own the three of you MFers. Okay. You would immediately go on salary and, I would, a big salary. I would
you couldn't afford me.
Oh, but with $1 billion, I could afford you, Mary.
You call me the Jabba the Hutt. You want to own people. That's if I had $1 billion, I'd want to own people.
Yeah, you sound like you fit into your neighborhood, Scott.
A little bit differently. I would say about half of that $1 billion would just go into the podcast. There'd be billboards all over I-4. Chris, you would be flying down to Florida once a week so we could record in person and set up a studio.
So the audio would be much worse.
Oh yeah. I would give writing credits to the Ryans. Oh wait, they're on strike. I won't be able to. So sorry, well, you missed out. Stupid greedy writers. Anyway, that's my. I was thinking, because I played the Powerball today, and I was like, okay, if I won, you guys would all get salaries, good salaries. For Mary, anything over a cent would be a raise. So congratulations.
Wow. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Happy to help.
Would you now, Scott, serious question. Would you pay, there's three of us on payroll. Mm-hmm. I assume I would get paid, more because,
correct.
Male.
Correct.
Right?
Of course.
You would keep up with gender norms, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. The ladies would get 80%.
Okay. Just making sure. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you'd get 100%. They'd eat 80%.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, right.
So 80%. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
80% correct.
Oh, just making sure.
No, for sure. Yo, absolutely. We can't deviate from that.
No. It's tradition. It's the American way. That's 80% more than Saudi Arabia.
Correct. So you're welcome. Be grateful. Anyway, so, I like to think about the Powerball. Now, I was checking my Mega Millions, which is up to 720 million, and I did land on the Powerball. So Powerball plus one number, I won $16. So
question, Scott.
Yes.
Is, I don't know, $50 million not enough for you? Why do people play when it gets to like $1 billion? I would never understood that. I already
have 50 million. So, no, I'm just kidding. No, I start playing at about quarter of a billion. So 250 million is when I start paying attention to it.
That's like $1 million wouldn't do anything for you. I'm going to wait till it hits 250.
No, $1 million, I'd still have to work. $1 million does not go very far. And then after the taxes and all
just
that,
the free money. Yeah, it sucks. Right, Sarah? I think Sarah's like crying on camera right now.
I don't want to gamble like the couple dollars, even if it means winning all that money. I could lose the couple of dollars,
That is true.
That's so funny. If you gave Sarah, Chris, what are good odds? 100 to 1? Is that like really good odds, or is 1 to 100? Okay. If you gave Sarah 100 to 1 or 1 billion to 1 odds on anything, she still wouldn't, because I could be that one.
Yeah.
It could be that one that
could be that one.
That's actually absolutely factual.
Yeah.
Whereas Chris, if it's 1 in a billion, he's like, I'd have that one chance.
Oh, 100%. There's got to be, someone's got to win, right? Someone's got to win.
Someone's got to win. It might as well
actually
be me.
Somebody doesn't have to win. It might roll.
You know who wins every time? The government. That's what I would do. I would just buy the government if I won that much money.
Can you do that? Can you buy the government?
Hostile takeover. They did January 6th. They tried. I think with $1 billion, we could send those people on payroll. Get the J6 choir behind us. I think we'd have a fighting chance. For legal reasons, this was satire. We honor them. They're patriots.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what they claim. That's what I read from their website. I don't know anything about them, but their website says a lot about being patriots and true Americans. So I just have to assume what they're saying is right. I don't even know what J6 choir means.
January 6th.
I don't get it.
All right.
So is it their birthday?
Yeah, it's the birthday. It's the birthday of their independence. I don't know. So independence from those dirty Democrats. So America. So okay, guys, Mom, this is the part of the show when you turn it off. So in this episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about moisturizing mishaps. I had a big moisturizing mishap this week. So in my house, it is Shark Week. Okay. And so decided that it would be a good idea, Costco by myself, but here's the thing. I needed to be discreet about it because Rachel was home. Rachel's home, downstairs. I'm getting ready for work. So I go to my bottle of, the usual moisturizer that I use. And it's gone. There's none in there. I can't get it out of the bottle. Well, now I've done all the foreplay, and I'm excited about going to Costco by myself. So I
did the foreplay.
What, did you pet the dog?
Someone came to the door and started barking. Like, Scott just starts playing doorbell noises on his phone to make the dog start barking. Oh no, the mailman's here.
Guys, let's not be ridiculous, okay? I ask Alexa to play the dog singing Jingle Bells. It really gets me in the holiday spirit and the mood.
Hey, Christmas in July.
So I find a jar of petroleum jelly. And I'm like, okay, that's sufficient. That'll be just fine. So do my business and whatnot. And I go to get ready for the shower. Well, this is like oil based. So my entire body at this point is like beating with the water. Like it's slippery as hell.
Yeah.
And I cannot get this stuff off of me at all. Like I am scrubbing.
You're talking about the lotion?
I'm talking about the Vaseline, the petroleum jelly.
Just making sure. Just need to be clear here. We're in dangerous territory here.
No, you're not allowed to talk about bodily fluids on the airwaves. So the water is beating up all over me because it's oil. Do
you lather yourself with this stuff?
No,
I'm so confused right now.
Off of me because it's like when you're cutting peppers and then you touch your eye. But it's all
I can't say I've ever done
place.
that. Actually,
I don't know how this happened. So
wait, Scott, it's a horrible analogy. I just cut peppers. I'm taking a shower, right? It's on my hands. Like, oh man, I can't get this off. Let me rub it all over my body.
Yeah,
just rub it all over the place. That'll help.
So confused.
I don't know how this happened. I really don't know, but my body is covered in it's oily, it's beady, it's whatever. So I'm in the world's longest shower. At this point, again, I was trying to be discreet, but at this point, my wife has to suspect that I'm going to Costco by myself with the length of shower because I don't have to, I don't need to, wash my hair or anything.
Sure.
So it's a very quick shower. This was not a quick shower. So then I'm like, okay, I feel satisfied that now I've gotten it off me. Okay, herein lies the big problem. Again, trying to be discreet. So where does all the oil and the petroleum jelly go? It goes to the base of the shower floor.
Oh, God.
I almost wipe out. Okay. It is so damn slippery. So I'm like,
Scott needs a life alert before he jerks off.
so I'm waiting for the question from Rachel to come up. Why is the floor all wet? And why is the shower floor all slippery, Scott? And I don't know. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to weasel my way out of this. Thank God she doesn't listen to the podcast, so she's not going to hear it here. But any suggestions or ideas of getting out of this slippery mess?
Slippery situation. I'll go first. I would recommend burning the house down. I'm just kidding. There is this handy cleanup thing that they use in restaurants called Spill Troll. It's very expensive, but you can use some of that. It'll get it right up. Or you could use Dawn dish detergent, like the dish soap, not detergent.
That's a good, yeah.
Because it gets oil off of ducks. Why not off your dick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or I mean the shower.
Okay, great suggestions, but now I've taken a 30-minute shower. I have to now get ready. Like, I've got to get ready for work. I can't sit there and scrub the shower. I'm just going to hope that she doesn't dislocate an ankle as she falls.
Hold on, but then she can't run away when you're trying to go to Costco, so this might work out for you.
That is true, yes.
Oh, yeah. So this all happened because of Shark Week, you said, right?
Yes.
So, obviously, nothing you do now, but maybe in the future, anal.
Well, here's the thing. I blame it on Shark Week, but let's be realistic. It had nothing to do with Shark Week. Even if it wasn't Shark Week, I was still going to be going to Costco by myself.
It's true.
Maybe you could say you're trying to clean the shower.
With lotion, yeah.
Or
moisturizing the tile.
Yeah, it's actually to seal in. It's just to make the tile look shiny. I don't know, man.
It's like when you put the Rain-X on your windshield.
Yeah, it's Shower X.
Beads up. Yeah, it's Shower X to give the appearance of a
But instead
shower.
of just one X, it's like 3 X's. It's like Shower XXX.
Whenever Emily is about to do some weird, trendy thing, like in the kitchen or, cooking and stuff like that, she goes, I saw this on TikTok,
I thought
right?
we were going in a completely different direction.
No, totally not.
Okay.
So what you can say is, she questions the oily shower. You say, I saw on TikTok to be extra moisturized, you have to moisturize before and after the shower.
Oh.
I saw it on TikTok.
I say that all the time.
See?
Yeah, it's true.
It's a thing. I saw it on TikTok.
I read it on Facebook. I saw it on TikTok. So it must be true.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, any suggestions? I would say,
I was
can you
gonna
guys
say
relate? But you guys just rub the KY jelly all over yourself. So what do you do to
I've never taken a shower by myself in 5 years. So, I don't have to worry about that. If I was going to do that, he'd see it. So, it'd be fine. I was going to say, just throw a towel down, wipe it up. It can't get everywhere, right? There can't be.
It's just really slippery right now.
Scott
really
doesn't know how to
slippery.
clean. That's the problem. Like a towel for a huge problem.
Did you call your friends?
I guess if it's all over him, it's all over the walls. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. Did you call your friends at I Believe Services to see if they could help?
Oh, that's a good point. And if you
Tell
live in
them
the
what
Central Florida
happened.
area and would like your house clean, such a reasonable price, just give them a call. Check out their website. It's ibelieveservices.us. They've been cleaning my house and my splurge for about 7 years now.
Oh, my God.
I think this will be the last year after they listen to this podcast.
Like, we actually don't clean up bodily fluids, sir.
You're going to get like a surcharge, a shower cleaning surcharge now.
Oh, Mr. Scott. I don't know. That was a British accent.
Like British? You have a butler? You have a butler now?
Oh, God.
All right. Are you guys ready for our weekly call from the Sophisticated Gentleman? Travels and Tribulations with the Sophisticated Gentleman.
Yeah.
Thank you for the enthusiasm. All right. Take it away, Sophisticated Gentleman.
What shall it bring when the gentleman rings on travels and tribulations?
I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on.
This is Robbie's Roundtable.
Welcome back to Prison Radio, your source for all your favorite prison-related songs, news, and more. Today I'm coming at you live from jail. Now it's just about bedtime here in jail, so let's hear from the J6 Prison Choir.
I don't know why this is
It's so dumb.
I know.
They sure can sing, can't they, Sally? And let's see who's over here in the next cell. Sounds like he's saying something. Not sure who he's talking to, though.
Same thing goes for you too, Angel Hernandez. If you listen to this broadcast, stay home, clip your coupons, send people to get your groceries. Do not go out in public or you will be shot. I'm not kidding.
Yes, that's the gentleman who threatened the Empire. In our last cell here, we have a gangster who was arrested after stealing a tram. Hey, Muggsy, it's me, the sophisticated gentleman. I'm in disguise so the Amish don't find me here. I need your help. What do you need my help for? Well, I'm on a quest. I need to find the Holy Grail. Find the Grail, eh? Well, you best be careful. It's not an easy trip, you know. After all, you better pack some bagels. You're gonna be on that trip for a while. What do you mean? What do I have to do to find the Grail? Well, listen closely here. 3 things you need to do. Alright, I'm listening. What do I have to do? Well, the first thing you need to do to go questing for the Grail is to become a knight. I promise you it's a lot more exciting than Scarlet Knight. Alright. You can find the key for that at the airport. It'll give you all you need to know to become a knight and find out where that is. The second thing you'll need to do is to find the map to the Grail. It's hidden in a land full of money and lots of other treasures, so be sure you don't run into Sarah there. Finally, you'll have to defeat the Guardian of the Grail. Very dangerous. This is the guy that replaced Chris Yob with the fake Chris Yob, so you don't want to mess with him. Alright. I think that makes sense. Thanks for your help, Bugsy. By the way, was JFK's driver replaced with a Skrull pretending to be a Skrull?
Thank you, sophisticated gentleman. That was really funny.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. I love the story building that we have going on.
First of all, J6 Choir, thank you for your service. I just think I might have to buy their record, Scott.
I know,
I
right?
might have to buy the record.
That was a spot on Jersey accent, by the way.
Should we you did make a big announcement on the Twitch stream earlier, which I'm sure you probably talk about later in the show. Should we reach out to the J6 Choir? Maybe they want to get it on the maybe they want to get it on the action, huh?
Maybe.
They could probably use the $100 for bail money.
Yeah, I like that. All right. When we come back, Chris has his moving story, and Mary also had a moisturizing mishap. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
There are 3 things that I hate in life: taxes, nausea, and booking vacations. The first 2 I'm stuck with, but for the third, I use Sandpiper Vacations. Sandpiper Vacations is a small business that is LGBTQ+ owned and operated with travel advisors all over the country. Whether it's a cruise, a trip to a theme park, or an all-inclusive resort, Sandpiper has you covered. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's free. Why book a vacation when you can have someone else do it for you? That's like choosing to take the stairs in a building that has an elevator. Leave the headaches of booking a vacation to someone else. Get your quote today at www.sandpipervacations.com and tell them that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
If you'd like to hear all of our episodes, all of our past episodes, just visit our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. All of our links to all of our old episodes are there. If you didn't understand an inside joke or just wanted to re-listen to something, just check it out. It's nonewfriendspodcast.com, or you can check us out on all streaming platforms.
Hey, everybody. Why don't you give the old Black Lincoln Collective podcast a listen? We're funny, we're fat, and we're here 24/7 at blcpodcast.com. Anytime you want to listen, anywhere, all your favorite podcast apps. Of course, we have a YouTube channel where you can stream live with the show. Check out our shorts. We're funnier the less you hear of us. That's been a Black Lincoln Collective podcast at blcpodcast.com.
Hello, this is Bua Job. I'm from the West Africa. We are listening to a friend in podcasts.
Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast. Chris, you had a pretty big week. Now, I've got to be honest with you. From the moment you told me that you found a house and got an offer accepted, I didn't truly believe it was going to happen. I knew with your luck and my luck, it was going to fall through. You were going to go into a spiraling depression and then you'd have to take a month off. That is what I thought was going to happen. But I'm happy to say that the deal went through. You closed on your house. You're in your new house.
I am.
So how did that go? How you've got a nice new room, a nice new studio with
a nice new painting.
Yeah, beautiful
it's
painting.
A painting. Beautiful painting.
Thank
Is
you.
it a rabbit?
Yes, it's actually Squidward tentacles, Scott. You uncultured swine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, it went good.
Okay, good. So moving along, Mary, you had a moisturizer.
So picture it, New Jersey. 2023. Twice was it 2030? It's like Joe Biden.
2030.
Yeah,
All right,
like,
Rufus. Joe Biden.
So, okay. Move-in day was on Saturday. And, don't have the best back in the world. And kind of pulled it somehow. And it was just starting to feel better. My dad's got a pinched nerve in his neck right now. Really bad. My sister and her boyfriend are working the day of the move day. So I'm like, even if I asked a friend to help me, I'm still gonna have to help.
You put all of those together minus the working, you have Mary on a Tuesday.
Hey.
No allergic reactions here, though. No allergic reactions. Yeah, but if I did, I do have Benadryl on hand. I've never needed Benadryl, but I still buy it every time my old one expires, just in case.
Yeah,
just in case.
You never know.
You never know when you're going to develop a shellfish allergy. You just never know. So that was actually one of the things I brought to Germany with me is Benadryl, and Emily wouldn't stop making fun of me. I was like, hey, you never know. You never know. I'm allergic to like German bread or something. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, it's good.
I just had a thought. The next time I'm out of lotion and petroleum jelly, maybe give Benadryl a shot.
Benadryl's a pill, actually, Scott.
They make a lotion, Chris. Or not a lotion, but a cream.
They do make cream. They make a cream. They have a spray for bug bites, and they also have a pill you can take for assistant.
Maybe use the bug bite spray, Scott. That might work. Cause
I'm not going to use that.
Since your thing kind of resembles a bug bite. So anyway,
I do get desperate, but not that desperate.
So all this being said, I hired a moving company. It was
good for you.
A lot of money. It was not cheap.
Doesn't matter.
And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't ask for one penny back. It was worth every single penny.
Yes.
It was the hottest 100%. Day of the year. It was the hottest day of the year. This guy looks at me. His shirt went from blue to navy blue in a half hour with the sweat. And
they get it done so quick.
Oh yeah. I come over.
Done. I
come over in my Crocs and drinking a big glass of ice water. Hey, how you guys doing? And he spit on me actually. So they got everything done. Only misplaced my debit card. No, they didn't. Fine. I actually did that, but I did blame.
That's what you told them.
I blamed everybody. Yeah, but myself. And the funny thing is, so the moving company leaves. I'm at my house talking to my dad, and because he wasn't coming that day because of his neck, and I'm kind of gathering something. I'm taking my time, right? And I get to the house, and Emily was like, hey, they won't start unloading the stuff until we pay. And I had the card. So I'm taking my time to get there. And they're just waiting in the driveway, sweating to death because it's so hot out. Oh, well, not my problem. So I give the debit card. They move everything into the house. It's been a blur ever since then. That was Saturday. Today is Wednesday. I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday or the day before. I just know it's a lot of everything. I packed 28 years of my life into boxes. Don't know. I'm, a smart person would label it, right? Not me.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't label it because I was just throwing everything from every room into every box. So there's no organization.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So lucky so like my podcasting stuff went in my car. I did not let the movers touch that. I was like, I need to know where this stuff is. They can carry the books. I will carry the books that I've never read in my life. Like you realize all the stuff that you've never used when you start loading it into these boxes. Like, oh yeah. 3 copies of Mein Kampf. Have no idea how I got those. Total joke.
Oh.
Total joke. Scott's like, what is that?
Wow.
That's Hitler's biography. Or never mind.
Yeah, I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, Sarah got it. Sarah got it.
I figured it had to be something offensive to Sarah when she goes,
yeah, Sarah got it. Yeah, so anyway, so that was Saturday. And then we immediately got to work. Every time my father-in-law took me into my backyard, he pointed out a different poisonous plant, which was really, really cool. Good thing I don't go outside at all. So, yeah, I forgot to tell Emily. I should probably write that down to remind her not to let Bailey pee in the bushes because, yeah, that's all right. She sleeps on her side of the bed. So there's a lot of stuff that has to be done on that front. I will get into the major thing that happened a little bit later in the segment. One of the things is a tree needs to be taken down in my front in my front yard.
We know better.
I just had PTSD to the last time you took your neighbor's tree down.
So this definitely is my tree this time. And I got a quote and it was just too high because another expense popped up again, which I will talk about a little later. So I have to let him know tomorrow that we do have to put this off, and I'm going to try to do it myself. I am going to.
We learned so much the last time. Chris is basically a tree expert at this point. I took out one tree by himself, so he's pretty much a medical or a tree cutter downer person.
I'll tell you what,
professional.
I've been watching a lot of Yellowstone, Scott. I'm like, I could just drink a shot of whiskey, go out there, lace up my boots. I don't think there's laces on boots. Pull up my boots and get this thing done, right? Just like the old cowboy way. And today went to Home Depot. I bought a pole saw and a chainsaw. Never held one of these before in my life. I actually,
I could just see Chris first of all, pulling the string and getting it started would be the challenge. But then once it got going, because Chris is so little in stature, big in size, but little in stature, the chainsaw would have you spinning around. Like you wouldn't be able to control the thing. You'd be all tangled up in the wires and stuff.
So I read on the box, it says, don't forget the chain and oil, chainsaw oil. I was like, of course not. Why would I forget that? So of course, half hour later, after looking for the chainsaw oil, it's actually labeled as chainsaw lube. So Scott, if you want to try chainsaw,
that may not make the shower so slippery.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Let you know how the tree likes it. So the things I do know about cutting down a tree is you have to yell timber, right? When the thing, so you do have to yell timber. You have to wear a red and black plaid and some sort of knit hat.
You're basically ready.
So, what was that, Scott? Oh, you said, why do I have to chop down this tree?
Why do you have to chop down this tree?
Oh, because, funny story about that. We bought the house. Do you know what a seller's disclosure? Any one of you? Do you know what a seller's disclosure is? When you sell a house?
If someone's murdered in the house, they have to tell you.
That is not what a seller's disclosure is. But I valiant effort. A seller's disclosure is literally anything that's wrong with the house you have to disclose. Right? That to the best of your knowledge. Right? It can't be like if there some freak thing happened and you didn't know about it, you're not liable for that. Well, the seller's disclosure. The only thing that was wrong with the house was there was a leak in the sink. So I actually got to talk to the seller. I said, what's up with the leak in the sink? Is it like a piping problem? He goes, oh, no, in the sink basin, it's old. There's a crack in it. The water leaks. I said, yeah, okay, that's not a big deal. There's, a few bathrooms in this house. And
I just won't. I'll just close the door to that one. We'll just never use it. No, it doesn't matter.
Probably fix itself. Nature heals. No, nature will heal itself. So that was the only thing on the seller's disclosure. So when there was a blockage in the sewage line, it's kind of caught me by surprise. We go down. Oh, no. We go down to the basement, and there's a.
Oh, by the way, Sarah, Mary, a basement is something that northern houses.
Yeah, I was going to explain
underneath the bottom floor.
Oh, I've seen one of those before.
Yeah, I've seen it in the movies.
It's a magical place.
That 70s show had a basement. Yep.
So in the basement, there's a sink down there, and it was clogged a couple nights ago. So Emily comes up and says, "Hey, sink's clogged." I said, "Okay." So
pipes get clogged all the time, but for different reasons.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to use this method to unclog, Scott. Very painful. So I get a plunger, and I start unclogging the sink. It's an older. The sink looks disgusting. Who knows what these kids might have thrown down there? I pulled a screw and a Q-tip out of the sink upstairs. So who knows what was down this sink? Sludge and whatever, right? So I start plunging, and you know what's not supposed to come out of a sink, guys? Is toilet paper. Toilet paper should not be coming up from the sink.
No, never.
That's usually you have to pay extra for that.
Yeah. So
I already know where this story's going, but please continue.
So I saw the toilet paper, and I immediately left to go shopping because, plenty of.
Again, Chris closed the door and said, we've got other restrooms.
Nature will heal itself. So, so I said to Emily, because Emily and my mom was here. Everyone's been over here helping every day. So it's, lots of hands on deck. So, hey guys, I tried, but it's not working. And I said, you're probably gonna have to undo that pipe underneath the sink, the trap. And it's probably a clog down there. So you guys can take care of that when I, go shopping for a TV. So I,
you guys got this.
So I go and I leave the house and, not working. Get home, not working. This is on Sunday, and I know it was Sunday because I went to my parents' house for dinner, and the sink upstairs had that thing going where that problem where the toilet runs when you flush it. So I needed to do it's called a flapper. It's the rubber thing that when you flush the toilet it comes up, and when you don't, it goes down and it seals it. That one was bad.
Makes the seal.
Yep. So I need to put a new one. I bought it, didn't install it yet.
$398. Yep.
Exactly. I bought it. Just I figured fix itself. I'm not used to living on my own.
Let nature take its course.
And
when he says nature, it's mom comes over and fixes it for him.
So I come home after a couple hours of being out of the house. Go upstairs. Toilet's running for the last couple hours. Yeah, it's got to pay the water bill now, so that kind of sucks. Didn't think anything else.
Sarah, are you okay with all the money going down the drain, literally, with the toilet running? Are you okay?
Not much of a drain.
I rent for a reason. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
So flapper wasn't installed, bad flapper. Go up there. I still hear the toilet. Oh, man, that sucks. Last couple hours, toilet's been running. I don't know how much water is per ounce or per pound. I don't know how that works. So I don't know how much it's costing me, but a lot. It sucks.
How much water is per ounce or pound?
Man,
it's by gallons.
Yeah,
the unit of measure is gallons.
Right, I'm learning every step of the way, Scott. I'm writing that down right now per gallon. Got it. Okay, so I go downstairs, start watching, a show with Emily, and Emily's like, let me, switch the laundry around. Goes down. Basement has water all over the floor because that toilet that was going for 2 hours because I didn't change the flapper yet, was trying to get out of the house, but there was a blockage. So it was coming out of the sink, and we weren't there to empty the bucket underneath, and it was all over the basement floor. Yeah, so everything that should be in the sewer was now in our basement. Now, listen, didn't smell at all, but you knew what it was. You knew what it was, right? See, I haven't pooped yet in this house because I haven't been able to install my bidet yet.
It's still public.
Yeah, I haven't been able to install my bidet yet. True story. The other day, there were so many people in my house, and I hate pooping people. My office is 5 minutes away. I went to my office, and I pooped in the office.
Oh, no.
I'm not even kidding. I told Emily that, and I was like, yeah, there was just too many people around. We have 3 bathrooms in this house, and I was like, there was people like literally building furniture outside the 2 upstairs, downstairs it echoes. So I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So, Emily got the mop, and she starts mopping up, pushing into the sump pump, which is a hole in the ground with a pump that pumps the water out. And
what were you doing when Emily was busy pumping?
Went up and changed the flapper.
Oh my.
This is the shower caddy thing all over again.
So guess what? I gave that to my sister and her boyfriend who moved into our apartment. I was like, hey guys, we're not no room for this. You guys are gonna. I want to gift this to you guys. So I went up immediately and changed the flapper. And meanwhile, I have to empty the tank.
Hold on. Did Emily know that you hadn't changed it and this is what caused everything?
Oh God!
You're like, but I changed the flapper. See?
Meanwhile, I emptied the tank like 6 times because the water is just flowing into the basement. And every time I empty this tank, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad, but I gotta do the flapper. So he's down there mopping.
So Chris is busy flushing.
Oh my God!
And she's like Donald Duck trying to bail water out of it.
It's not a flush, Scott. It's just I lift the flapper up. It's gone. The water's just pouring down. It's like, oh, I gotta lift up this floater thing. So then it stops. And after like 5 minutes, I learned how to stop it. So we learned so all this being said, we learned there was a blockage in the sewer. Just a blockage, right? So we thought. And so, I called my dad. Like, this is what's going on. And he said, call up. There's a service that comes out to houses. $120.
It's called a plumber.
They snake the drain out from the front of the yard and they get the blockage out. So I call them up and $120 to snake the drain. They come in and say, do you want me to put a camera down there, see what's going on? Because if we put a camera down there, we can warranty this snake job for the next 2 years. If it gets blocked for the next 2 years, we'll come out and snake it again. Yeah, of course. Well, putting a camera down there costs $360. So this $120 job turned into a $500 job real quick, right?
Sarah's like, I'm just going to tie a shoestring to my GoPro real quick.
Sarah,
yeah, absolutely.
Sarah, you're going to want to take your headset off for this part. So the technician,
earmuffs.
The technician, before he puts the camera down there, is saying, I said, man, we're in the basement looking around. He's like, oh, where's this pipe and that pipe? I was like, I'll tell you, to be honest with you, like, this is the 3rd dam in this house. Your guess is as good as mine. Just follow the pipes. Like, I have no idea what to tell you. I said, I just know that this thing's backing up. There's gurgling in this toilet, and there was
and the flapper's been changed.
Yes. I said, that's all I know. You do your thing. You're the expert. He goes, oh yeah, my mom bought a house in such and such town. And she had this horrible piping in her front yard. It's called Orangeburg piping. And what it is during World War II, they were saving on metal. So what they did was they wrapped tar in cardboard and made pipes out of it. And I was like, that sucks. Like, that's how it's horrible. It's like so expensive because you can't even put a replacement pipe inside because you just need to put a whole new pipe in. You can't even put like there's no way to fix it other than taking it completely out. I was like, wow, that's a nightmare. Like, yeah, horrible. Right. So anyway, so he goes and he does the camera and he comes in. He's like, oh man, sorry, I jinxed you, man. You got that Orangeburg piping. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like
Orangeburg, like the cute little character from Disney.
I love Orangeburg.
I was hoping so.
Me too. I love Orangeburg.
Like, does this piping come with annual passes?
And Spirit jersey, maybe some Crocs.
And he said no, but it does come with. And I said, how much does this usually? Like, I'll have the specials come out and tell you that. I was like, okay. So he said, but here, I hate when these people come out and say, here, take.
Sarah's losing her mind. I can see Sarah.
I really am.
I can see the beads of sweat on her forehead.
I hate when these people come out and say, here, take a look. It's like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, you're the guy. I'm not the pipe guy. You're the pipe guy. Like, he's coming in like I'm like Luigi and he's Mario. Like, hey, come here. We got to look at the pipes. I was like, I'm not like, just tell me. I don't need to see this. So
you could have warped immediately to level 8.
Well, I'll
pay you an extra $10 to stop talking to me about it.
It's like, how much to just go away? So so he calls me over. Beautiful setup. You know what? They don't act like they're putting a $1,000 camera in literal human shit. They just take that out, take their gloves off, and shake your hand and act like it's completely literal. I washed my hands 4 times when he left. But anyway. So he's showing me, and what I'm looking at, I'm like,
Scott,
are you going through my...
You pee in pools. Stop acting like you have some sort of standard when it comes to any of that. Sorry, Chris.
Listen, I'm fine with urine. It's the feces that I'm not.
He's putting the camera down this pipe, and I was asking, so where's the pipe? And he goes, exactly. All I saw was dirt and roots. I was like, oh, that doesn't look good. And he goes, oh, it's not. He goes, and the guy looked at me, and he said, this is, years of experience and being a technician and stuff. And this was his analogy. He goes, when you're sipping through a paper straw? I said, yeah. He goes, it's fine. And then all of a sudden you just can't sip anymore. I said, yeah. He's like, that's exactly what your piping system's like. I was like, oh. I said, how much does this cost? And then he said, yeah, we're going to have a specialist come out. A couple hours pass, a specialist comes out. He runs the pipe. He runs the camera down, and he, tells me the same thing. You got the sponsor of Disney World down there, Orangeburg Piping. And, and he said, here's your quotes. You got 3 options. You have the, he goes, we can go in here. It's a day job. We go in there, we excavate, we dig down, we replace your pipe completely, and, and you're good to go. It's only $12,000. I was like,
what?
First thing I said was, do you take credit cards?
Here, just put a quarter of it on this one, put $3,000 on this one.
Because if you get your own cement guy, we get to knock $1,000 off the price. Like, oh, but then I have to pay that guy, right? Well, yeah, but okay. So there was an $11,000 option, a $12,000 option, and then I guess the gold package was the $20,000 option. Oh. So here's the thing. This story will get updated because this was not on that seller's disclosure, right? So I asked the guy, I was like, hey, these roots didn't grow in here overnight, right? He goes, oh, hell no. He's like, I've been doing this for 20 years. They had to have been dealing with this for like the last 8 years at least. It's like, So I go down to the basement where the sink was blocked. I look up and there's this like brand new in the thing, like, essentially a Drano, but for like human waste and piping, so that it would. So I was like, so this problem was persistent. This problem has been around. So, they've not heard from the last of me. I said, so anyway, I'm not buying Pokemon cards for a little while. Yeah, so that was our big news. So that's why, again, when I got the quote for the tree, the day after I got the quote for this, I was like, I'm buying my own chainsaw. I'm doing this thing myself, and maybe I'll record it. And it could be.
I think you should.
It could
Absolutely.
be. It could be. It might not be able to post it to social media because I could. It might be like a death video. It might be graphic.
As long as you put the sensitive material.
Oh, that's true.
Time, it's fine.
That's true. Yeah. I'll have my next of kin post it if I happen to perish. Yeah.
It could be really, really, really bad, or it could be like a lumberjack moment,
It could be. Yeah. So that was all the horrible thing. Before I end the segment, I know it's been long, but I do want to talk about this. Move-in day was Saturday. I go to Walmart with my mom. And I was like, got a couple odds and ends. We go to Walmart. I said, Mom, what's today's date? And she tells me the date. I said, oh my gosh, that Black Friday and July sale ends at Best Buy tomorrow. There was a TV that I was kind of looking at. And needless to say, I bought a $2,000 TV the first day.
Wonderful.
It was $500 off, man. Can't beat that deal. Right, Sarah?
Good for you.
$500 off.
Oh.
She could beat it.
But as I would say, do you still need to spend the $1,500?
Sarah, I'll tell you what. I can't shit in my own house, but man, can I watch some Yellowstone in ultra high def.
You know what? We have a lot of those TVs around the house, and it's only a 2.2, so I understand.
I can't wait to hear the chronicles of the home buying for you. This is so exciting for me. Thank you for sharing. And one closing thought before we end the segment. So a couple weeks ago, we told our story of Arlington, Virginia, and Germany and all that. And I've been thinking a lot about my FaceTime with Chris, and not for the reasons that you think. But I've got 3 co-hosts. Why is it that Chris is the only one that answers the phone naked? You're listening to the No New Friends podcast. We'll be right back.
Picture it, St. Augustine, Florida, 2022. You're on the Night Watchman Ghost Tour with all of your ghoul friends. The air grows colder, you turn the corner, and there she is, Ghost Mary. Okay, you probably won't run into Ghost Mary. You may see a ghost named Mary. I'm not really 100% sure, but the tour guides for the Night Watchman Ghost Tour from See America Tours do know it is the only 4D ghost tour in St. Augustine. So if you have ever wondered what a ghost smells like, well, now is your chance. And right now they have a scary good deal going on. Enter the promo code NNF as in No New Friends and receive 25% off your Night Watchman Ghost Tour. So visit them at seeamericatours.net. That is SEE americatours.net. Okay, bye.
Hey there, Scott here. You all know I like to spend time wandering the neighborhood on my big wheels or hanging out at the park with my fedora and my Bud Light. So I don't have time to clean my own house. That's why I've been using I Believe services for the past 6-7 years, and they're the best in commercial and residential cleaning. They're also doing carpet shampooing at such a reasonable price. Just check them out. That's ibelieveservices.us. Give them a call, 407-928-4595, and tell them that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
Psst. Hey, you want to join a cult? Well, this might be your lucky day. For just $2 a month and a simple blood oath, you can join our clubhouse and become a friend with benefits. In addition to the amazing feeling of donating to the poor, you will have access to Patreon-exclusive content, live shows, and maybe even a behind-the-scenes look at my secret stash. To get started, head on over to nonewfriendspodcast.com and hit Join Our Clubhouse. Can't wait to see you at the initiation ceremony. Oh, and in the chat during our live shows, of course.
Hi, this is comedian Miguel Colon, and you're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
Back to the No New Friends podcast. We've got an exciting segment in front of us right now. But before we get to that, are you guys ready to play Jersey Man, Florida
Always.
Man? Yeah! Yay, thank you for the enthusiasm.
Whether flipping a fan boat or crashing a truck, these states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Every week, Ryan brings us two news stories. One is from Jersey, one is from Florida. It is up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan, coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom, located this week in a tow truck. I took some financial advice from Chris. Now debt collectors are knocking my door down, so I have to do a little bit of side work to get caught back up. But this is a pretty fun job. Let me tell you about this car I just picked up. So for starters, this guy's wife had to mansplain to him how to have his car picked up and brought to the dealership. So when I showed up to the neighborhood, I think the name of the neighborhood was Privileged Acres. Security stopped me on the way in. I never seen security use a color chart for clearance. But since I'm lighter than mocha, they said I was allowed to go in. So the guy said he wasn't going to be here, and then I showed up, and he was here. Go figure. He come out of his house with no arm hair. He had no hair on top of his head. I don't even think he had eyebrows. He looked like some kind of crazy burn victim. He smelled like burnt hair. He said it reminded him of his cat. And if you want to look like a burn victim, use code NNF at manscaped.com. This guy went on and on about his podcast and how he's been nominated for Best Radio Voice, though he doesn't like to talk about it, though he brought it up 5 times. Says he wants to be the next Joe Rogan. He looks more like Slow Rogan to me. Says he's really into jingles. Says he has a jingle for everything, even when he takes a dump. The jingle for when he takes a dump sounds like this. Not even sure what that's supposed to mean. But anyways, we need to get into Florida Man or Jersey Man. I have choir practice tonight. It's my turn to sing the Pledge of Allegiance. And in our first story, a woman is facing charges after throwing a burrito at a man during an argument. And in our second story, a man wearing nothing but underwear and a bandana is caught masturbating outside a home.
Oh, God.
Wow. What a contrast in stories.
All right, we've got home masturbating man, and we've got burrito fight lady. Chris, what do you think?
I'd say the home masturbating man could be you, but I don't think it is. I don't think you're. I think you're too racist to wear a bandana. So I'm gonna say the Masturbators, New Jersey, and the burrito, because the Cuban population is. I don't know if Cubans make burritos, but we're just gonna go with it. Is Florida?
It's more of a Mexican thing, you racist.
Well, it's closer to Mexico. All right, Florida's closer to Mexico.
Sarah, your thoughts?
I actually was going to say that the second one was absolutely Florida. I forgot the first one as soon as I heard that because I felt it was so Florida.
Mary?
I think that the burrito throwing is Florida because I'm pretty sure I've thrown a burrito at you before, so it feels very natural. So naked guy, Jersey.
I've tried to throw loaves of bread at you, but I'm worried about the allergic reaction and the face swelling up.
Get a yeast infection.
I'm going to go... okay, masturbating man is going to be Jersey and burrito woman, Florida. Let's find out the answers.
So our first story is from Florida, where a 46-year-old woman was dining at Rick's Reef in St. Petersburg when she got into an argument with her boyfriend. During the confrontation, she reached back and launched the burrito at the man, though she missed the man and hit an innocent bystander in the face. Ever since this, Scott's been waiting around burrito joints with his mouth open, waiting for couples to get into arguments. So our second story is from New Jersey, where police are searching for a man who is seen touching himself outside a Hillsborough home. A resident contacted police after witnessing the man masturbating outside of his home. Officers reviewed surveillance footage that captured the incident and observed a man committing the act who was wearing nothing but underwear and a bandana. On an unrelated note, this is the same outfit that Chris wore when he FaceTimed me the other day. And in other news, a Nigerian man goes blind during a bizarre attempt to break the Guinness World Record for crying for 7 days.
I heard about this.
Oh, wow.
The man cried for 93 hours and 11 minutes and went blind for 45 minutes afterwards, but still didn't break the record. That record's still held by Chris the whole time he was searching for a house.
Oh.
That's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Wow.
Thank you, Ryan. Okay, so
wait, Scott. Can we? Can you imagine being the cop on that case and be like, "This is your first case," and you have to review like surveillance footage of just someone masturbating to confirm if they were masturbating?
Right. Yet again, Ryan does it again. He's a goddamn clairvoyant. We never talk about masturbation on this show. The one episode we do, there's a masturbation story. Nice job, Ryan, the clairvoyant. Again, I know another clairvoyant. I'll put you guys in touch. Okay, so Mary, we are all dying to hear about this. Now, those of you listening, you're not going to get the visuals, and those of you watching, unfortunately, you're not going to get the visuals either. We got the visuals today. Mary sent us a picture about her, of herself, a selfie, if you will. And I immediately say, who did you get into a fight with? So Mary, take it away.
Okay. Picture it like Mary 2023. I decided at the ripe age of 35 that it is now time for me to get my life together. And what's the one way that any woman gets their life together? They start a skincare regimen, a new routine. That's how you do it. That's how you know your life's together, is if you're like, I use all these products on my face. I've always been the type.
Mary, you're absolutely 100% right. My wife has she needs 2 full counters in the bathroom with all this skin moisturizing stuff and the face mask. I mean, do you think Abby just walked in here with a face mask just because she went to CVS and bought it? No, Rachel's all about anyway. Continue.
I want to look like a mad scientist. I want to look like a chemist with all my different potions. That's what I'm aiming for.
You did it.
I did something.
You look more like Frankenstein's monster, to be honest.
It's a work of art. Picasso. I like it. So
Picasso's the one with the droopy face.
Yep. That's the one.
It looks Picasso. Yes.
It's Picasso, Bell's palsy. I don't know.
After the drugs.
What? It's serious. So look, I got some new products, and I'm gonna be honest. I was feeling myself. I was moisturizing. I was just, it was good.
The next time you feel yourself, could you FaceTime me?
I hate you so much. Why do you mock my pain? Okay. So I had class yesterday, and class starts at 8:30. I got up, got my shower, and I was like, washing my face again, doing my skincare routine. And I went to go get dressed, and I looked in my mirror in my room, and I was like, why is my face so red? Like, maybe it's the lighting. Clearly, it's got to be the lighting. And so I went about my business, and I go to class, and one of my friends is like, Mary, were you in the sun a lot? And I was like, no. Why? I must be glowing. You must be mistaken. It's just the glow of a girl who has her life together. That's me. And she was like, no, like, your face looks like pretty tannish, reddish, like maybe even a little puffy. And I did go to the bathroom at school, and I looked at myself, and I was like, oh my God, I think I'm like getting fat maybe, because like my face is like filling out. What is
Meanwhile,
this?
when she turned, she looked like the left side of Will Smith in the movie Hitch.
I wish it was. Yeah, I wish.
That was the right side.
So I get home, and Zoe is like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. Are you okay? Like, what do you mean? She's like, your face just looks like I don't know if you look tired or what it is. And I
get that so many times, Mary. You'll get used to it.
So I went and looked, and I was like, oh my God, no. My face was like red and starting to get pretty puffy, and it was a little painful. And so I start like Google searching, like, what is happening to my face? And it was my face wash. I had a reaction to it. You know, the new Get Your Life Together face wash. So I threw it away, but things didn't get better from there. It got continuously worse. Like at one point, Mike Reedy was like checking to see if I was breathing because my face was so big. Both of my eyes were swollen shut last night. Like I could not see out of them.
Cheaper than melatonin.
I couldn't sleep because I was in so much pain. But then I took Benadryl and I fell asleep.
So what was in this skin moisturizer?
Benadryl.
Benadryl for the win.
Benadryl for the win.
Mary, what was in this skin regimen that set you off?
So I wish.
And a follow-up question. You talk about all the time that if you're going to somewhere, you scope it out. What's the menu? Where's the restrooms? Where's the layout? Where's the nearest emergency exit? What's going to happen? Because of your raging anxiety. Yet you just slap some white cream on your face.
It wasn't white. So this wasn't. Okay, so my moisturizers are actually like really good stuff that I have never had a reaction to. This was wash. Here's why. Because basically my whole life, I've never really washed my face. I just let the soap that I'm washing my body with hit it. Like, I just like hot water.
So maybe that's just what your face looked like after all the dirt and grime came off. Welcome to the
maybe this is
Mary.
what I really look like. Wow. I didn't really think about it that way. Well, that sucks. Maybe I'll go back to my old ways then. But, and Zoe was like trying to help me and nothing was working. And I was miserable. I was tossing and turning. My face looks like a balloon still. I've been using like hot or ice cold compresses and taking ibuprofen and Benadryl. And then I took some Pepsid too because that's a H2 blocker. And I got like a little bit of relief, but I still look like the Michelin Man. Like, look at it, guys.
I would say Michelin Woman.
No, it's
Woman.
Not even
it's
as
much
close.
Better. It is much better. Yeah. You have been so dramatic with keeping your camera off.
It hurts.
That is so much better.
It hurts to talk.
For our Patreon members only, I am putting the picture that she sent us. Here it is. In Patreon. This is what Mary looked like.
You look a little Asian. That's the only difference.
My eyes. My eyes don't open. It looks like I have like eyeshadow on because my eyelids are purple and I don't know why. My skin feels like leather.
Looks much better than that picture you sent earlier though.
Here's the worst part, guys. I know I said I have a final tomorrow, but I also have to do a presentation tomorrow.
They'll feel bad and give you an A.
Like this, and I can't really even smile. It hurts. I can't open my mouth.
Maybe use the face wash again tonight. They'll feel horrible for you and you pass with flying colors.
Either that or I'll die, Chris, and I don't have to worry about it. So
you could die if you don't pass, right?
It's true. Either way, I'm probably dying, so it's fine. R.I.P. me.
So Chris brought up an interesting point during the break. How is it that every Thursday you have an exam? Is that just a way to not do After Dark?
No,
is this like real life?
Right now I do have an exam I have an exam every Thursday, but this is a actual final that I have this week.
Like, you are not tested this much as an actual medical professional. So they
have to prepare you. I don't know, man. That's just what's happening. Okay. That's my life. Anyways, right, so I feel like
your face feels better.
Thanks.
On a positive note, it looks your skin looks clean and clear. There's no pimples
because there's no skin left. It burned off my epidermis.
Although that picture definitely looks like you should be shopping at Walmart with some pajamas.
You have that Orangeburg piping behind you.
Okay, well,
Chris, you got any cliff notes for us this evening?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
So we started off this podcast with establishing that Mary was not going to turn her camera on for the show tonight. She had an allergic reaction to face wash, and her face just blew up. You like that sound effect? That little... I don't know if you could hear that on the mic, actually. So
little Veruca salt, Violet Beauregard.
Try something new.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, so her face blew up from the face wash. I thought she just went to a plastic surgeon and asked for the Scott, but it was face wash. It was face wash.
Wow.
Now, honestly, in all honesty, if it's that common for people to blow up after using face wash, I might use that as an excuse when my aunt asked me why I gained so much weight. Just the face wash. I was rubbing it all over my body during the shower. You know, face wash.
At least it wasn't Vaseline.
Now, meanwhile,
it's true.
When Scott heard it made you blow up, he instantly switched from Vaseline to Clinique.
I can't believe you. Look at him. He can't handle it.
If it works, if it makes it bigger. I shouldn't go like that.
Scott asked us what he would do if he had herded a ton of money. It's unrealistic asking us. I hate talking in hypotheticals. So Scott, can you tell us what it was like marrying your wife?
Immediately out of debt. My credit score jumped 300 points instantly.
During the phone call with
That's a true story.
During the phone call with the sophisticated gentleman, he had a pretty horrible New Jersey accent. The only impersonation that was worse than that was us impersonating to be a podcast.
Oh, that's not nice. I don't like that one. Alex, cut that out.
And lastly, now that I've had some time to ponder on what I'd do with $1 billion, I think I'd probably take half that and buy a new sewer. Those are my cliff notes.
Wonderful.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
Before we get to the next part, don't forget, check us out on After Dark. We do some serious topics, some really funny topics. I did drive by the Moon Cricket Lounge today, threw an egg, taught my daughter. I instructed my daughter to give her first middle finger. So,
oh, beautiful.
That was a great learning opportunity. Moon Cricket Lounge can go to hell.
I heard the J6 choir is actually performing there tomorrow night.
They may be. That'll be their first spot on tour. That and the entire state of Texas.
Hey, this is Alex from Diz His, along with
Chris from the No New... Wait, what is this an ad for?
This is an ad for Diz His on No New Friends.
Oh my gosh, I'm so out of place. So, yeah, we're on a Disney podcast, right, Alex?
Yeah, you and me now. We're doing a Disney podcast, Disney History, every week. On Tuesdays, it drops. Social media is Diz His Pod.
Yeah, if you ever need cleansing of the obscurities that you hear on this show, check us out on Diz His Podcast, where we do something way more innocent.
And if you love Alex's segment, which is me, my history segment, then you'll love our full episode of Disney History.
Yeah, if you want a big load of Alex, listen to the Diz His podcast. You're going to love it. A little bit of me, a lot of Alex. It's like half and half, but a lot of Alex. A lot of Alex.
Whoa. There's a lot of you too. You also give up a big load yourself.
That's fair.
Chris, what do you got coming up on Diz His?
You know, funny you say Diz His because I was actually listening to a different podcast this week. I was listening to Studio 21, the baseball podcast, while I was in the bathroom. My bathroom? No. The office bathroom. I can't go to the bathroom in my house. Too many blockages. So I'm in the bathroom at my office. Now I'm listening to this podcast, and I'll tell you what, the host of that podcast, I forget who it was. They were threatening an umpire, and the assertiveness, I'm not going to lie, the assertiveness in his voice did something to me. I looked under the sink to see what was under there. I found some Vaseline, started rubbing it on my nipple. And it's getting a little dry. I've been running a lot lately, so you know when you run, it gets a little dry. You don't want them to get chapped, so I'm rubbing on my nipple. But you know what? And it was totally platonic. Me rubbing my nipple with the Vaseline. But for some reason, just for a split second, I thought of Nick from Sandpiper Vacations when I was rubbing that on that nipple, and instantly my mind went to, damn, I saved a lot of money booking with Nick from Sandpiper Vacations on my vacation this summer, because he's emailing me like every couple of weeks, telling me all these deals for my vacations. To this day, I'm still trying to figure out the connection of why I started thinking of him when I was just moisturizing my nipples from running. I don't know why, but felt a little dingle when I was, I don't know. You know what? If any of you know what this means, reach out to me, please. I don't know what it means. Again, I am only culturally gay. I'm not actually gay. So I don't know what any of this means. So if anyone can enlighten me on what this means, I don't know. But I did have an epiphany, and I was like, I just saved so much money. So much. I got an email today, Scott. Just follow it up. Just follow it up.
Oh, nice.
From Nick from Sandpiper Vacations. He's like, hey.
How was your trip to the motherland?
Their cruise is next. Hey, I know you were just hit with a $10,000 bill for a sewer line, but he's still on vacation you got to pay for. Where's my money? No, he's just reminding me that I do have to pay for drinks on that cruise. And so that does remind me I do have to open up a Royal Caribbean credit card. So Nick, I will be reaching out to you asking if the point system with that card is good. But seriously, guys, in all honesty.
Oh God, I just had more PTSD from the last time that Chris tried to book the liquor package or the drink package and all the hell with that.
Yeah. Just got instantly nauseous. So I was talking to my neighbor today who booked through Sandpiper too. I said, hey, you get the drink package? And he said, yeah. I said, oh, God bless you. God bless you. So I'll just take drinks from him. You know what? Just thought of that. Maybe I'll just ask him to order too. So in all honesty, guys, just book through Nick from Sandpiper Vacations. Go to sandpipervacations.com. Tell them the No New Friends podcast sent you, but only if you want the best deal on your vacation. If you want to pay extra, if you don't mind spending the extra money, if you don't care about your kid's college fund or your mortgage payment or your credit card payment, don't book through Sandpiper Vacations. But if you do value that kind of stuff, book through Sandpiper Vacations. This week on Diz His.
Oh,
this week we have the Ryan, who brings us Jersey Man versus Florida Man every week, who wrote the history for us. We're doing Muppet Vision 4D, not 3D, 4D. Right,
it's a great show.
Right in your face. It is a great show. It is a great show.
It's a tribute to all nations, but mostly America.
It's a really good show. I love the. I would say it's 5 or 60 actually, because of the way it makes me feel. And also because of that actual person that comes running out at the end, that big furry monster that should be using Manscaped.
Sweetums.
If you don't want to look like Sweetums, please use code NNF on Manscaped.com.
For the best and below the waist grooming. Use promo code NNF to save 20%.
Wow. Never thought we could segue a Disney segment into Manscaped. We did it though.
We can, because the greatest attraction of all time, the Indiana Jones stunt show, has a very nice, cleanly shaven, large ball. Okay.
Oh, I always wondered how it got that way, Scott. No moss.
They used Manscaped.
Moss.
No moss.
Not at all.
No moss. They used Manscaped. And the promo code NNF, and the Walt Disney Corporation saved 20% off.
Wow. So anyway, we're getting to the his on Muppet Vision 40. Very excited to talk about that. Great show. Hope that Alex agrees with me, because Ryan will be very upset if he doesn't.
Yeah. So when will we get the his on the J6 prison choir?
In my autobiography. I have a whole chapter on how it changed my life.
Check out Diz His, all social media, Diz His Pod. Their new episodes come out every Tuesday. We've got some other great podcasts to tell you about. We've got Don't Wreck Yourself, where Ryan takes on the Gordian, the big knot on the internet, and dives through its BS. Then you also have Ashes to Awesome, where Chuck brings us through the rise from addiction and into recovery. Then, of course, one of my favorites, and it is the Sophisticated Gentleman's favorite podcast of all time, the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. Okay, check them out. Two really funny guys. They're going to be coming on soon in August at some point. Really excited about them coming on. Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. Chris, do you have any podcasts that you'd like to recommend to us?
Nah, not really. No, I'm kidding. So I have one that's not a podcast, a YouTube channel. Please check out Big Beautiful Diz. That's my buddy Dane, who his most recent video was riding e-ticket attractions in all 4 parks in the same day. Really fun video. And then we have Studio 21, the baseball podcast. My Phillies are heating up. If you like baseball like myself, you got to want to check them out. That's Studio 21, the baseball podcast, on all streaming platforms, as well as the Podfather himself, Remy, who brings us the latest in Florida and theme park news on Remy's Roundtable, which you can also find everywhere.
Mary.
What?
A mental health moment with Dr. Edward
Look,
Samara.
I need a damn mental health moment. I am mentally ill right now. I don't know.
Sarah, what's your husband doing besides you? Nerd Archive podcast. What's going on there?
They are talking some more about Secret Invasion. They had Sophisticated Gentleman on, actually, this past week. So that should be great. And they were talking a lot about the writer's strike. So very interesting stuff.
Very interesting. And we didn't forget, but the newest podcast to the NNF family of podcasts, the Creators Club family of podcasts, of course, is the Sophisticated Gentleman's podcast. Cases of Continuity. And it's such a great show. Please check that out. Season 1 is all about the Bond series. He started last week with Dr. No. This week was From Russia with Love. So many interesting little tidbits. And again, I said it last week. I hate James Bond. I watched Dr. No, thought it was the worst movie ever, but this podcast is so interesting, especially with all the fun facts. So please check that out. That is Cases of Continuity with the Sophisticated Gentleman. Don't forget to check us out on NNF After Dark. That comes out every single Wednesday, hosted by Chris. I actually shut up for a little bit, just a little bit. And Chris does most of the talking. We're joined by our co-host on that, Nick from Sandpiper Vacation. So don't miss out on that every Wednesday night. You can connect with us all social media. It's right out there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. Join our clubhouse for as low as $2 per month. You can watch us as we record these things live. Check out all of our sweet merchandise. On behalf of the Sophisticated Gentleman, Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, Sarah, Chris, Mary, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.